Thanks, Emily. Keep it going for Emily. Well, you're real brave to talk shit about your New England mom when your boat shoes match your Land's End flannel. Fuck it. I was admiring them.
We'll talk later.
I kicked mine off because I got to move on stage. But y'all, I have had enough of my grandmother's shit. Had enough of it, man. It's not the vague racism, right? She's actually reached a point on the age to racism matrix where you're kind of jealous, right? Oh, you come from a simpler time. That looks real easy. But yeah. Token straight white guy, Alex. You're the token straight white guy. Okay, keep it moving. No, it's that she has started communicating with me in solely tiny little bits of fortune cookie wisdom, right? This is the only way that she talks to me. I was talking to her the other day and I was like, well, Grandma, I don't know, my friend gave me this thing and I don't know what to do with it. I had a tiny apartment, I don't know where to put it. And she was like, well, Alex, never look a gift horse in the mouth. And I was like, Grandma, you can fit a lot of shit in a horse's mouth. Have you ever heard of a improvised explosive device? Grandma, you would not have done well in Nam. Grandma, have you ever heard of the Siege of Troy? I imagine that phrase going through the head of the guy who walked out of the gates on the last day of the Siege of Troy, right? Frank the Greek walks out and is like, huh. Hey guys! Big fucking horse out here. Looks like yes, it's a gift. It's a gift. Looks like they left us a gift here. What do you want me to do with it? Just bring it in? Could be full of guys. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. All right, fucking, here we go. City, burnt to the ground. Grandma. God damn, I was talking to her the other day and I was like, I had an audition and I think it went well. And she was like, well, never count your chickens before they hatch. God damn it, Grandma, that sounds like a really good way to not be prepared for the maximum amount of chickens that I might have. You wouldn't walk up to a pregnant person and say, hey, you haven't picked out a name yet, have you? You know, 6% of pregnancies end in stillbirths.
Oh, no. Wow.
Right? Some cold shit, Nana. Fucking say that stuff. Alex, never judge a book by its cover. Grandma, I don't think you understand the point of book covers. Right? If I'm walking through a bookstore with my blonde espresso latte in one hand and my smug sense of self-righteousness in the other, and I look down at a table and I see a book with a dragon on the cover, I'm going to assume a couple things. I'm going to assume that I could purchase that book and that I could go home and draw myself a nice bath and sink down into it and open that book up and be swept away into a world of fantasy that contained at least one, if not more, dragons. If I start reading about stockbroking or doily collecting, I'm going to be understandably miffed. Dragon on the cover, dragon in the book. Right? Appearances are important, right? That company spent thousands of dollars and hundreds of man hours designing the dragon on the cover of the book so that people would judge it. I got up this morning, right, and I put this on so that you would assume certain things about me, right? I want people to look at me dressed like this and be like, that dude would do a keg stand in a parking lot right now. That guy's preferred pronoun is probably bro. Right? It's important. And so, I don't know, I'm going to try to not communicate with my children and grandchildren in such a stupid and inefficient way. Does anybody in here have kids? Yeah? Yeah? Big, real excited woo. That's awesome. That's about the enthusiasm you'd expect from someone watching stand-up comedy at 7:30 on a Thursday night. How many kids?
I'm his one kid.
Oh, well, so you have just the one child.
And then I have one kid.
You've got one. One's a solid number. You gonna have more?
No, I house parent, so I take care of 12 middle school girls.
Fuck that. Oh my, 12 middle school girls?
Wow.
Oh, That's the worst reality show. Oh my God. Oh, puberty wars. Jesus Christ. Oh. But I understand why you're sticking with one, but like for me, one makes sense, right? One makes sense, right? You get to watch your one child grow up, and you get to love it unconditionally, and you get to hope that it takes care of you eventually. That makes sense to me. Have your one child. 2 kids makes sense. I have a spare key, right? World's full of busy highways and wood chippers and homicidal clowns. You might fuck up. And you don't want to get caught without a backup plan. But 3 kids, to me, is the point at which I start shaking my head. What are you doing? What are you trying to prove? With 3 kids, I feel like you're trying to show off, but you don't know how to show off. You're the kind of guy who'd brag a lot about their certified pre-owned Lexus, right? Like, look at me go. It's a huge fucking hassle with no reward. And if 4 kids, cut it the fuck out. 4 kids, you're up to something awful, right? You're starting a family band. Or like a cult. Or like the worst brothel. People do it. Straight white assholes for the most part. Oh, yeah. At that point, I'm rooting for the highway or the wood chipper. Thanks so much, guys. My name's Alex. That's my time.